There's a difference between people who wish and people who are chosen. You are not chosen by luck. You are not chosen by chance. You were chosen by pressure, fire, and what you survived. Because the truth is, being chosen doesn't feel like a blessing at first. It feels like weight. It feels like isolation. It feels like being tested over and over until you either break or you become something unbreakable. We live by a motto, a code, a standard that most people won't understand. We don't quit and we don't back down. Not when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. You ever notice how the strongest people never had it easy? They didn't get shortcuts. They didn't get handouts. They got pressure. Life hit them early, harder, relentless. And while others were folding, they were forming. That's what being chosen looks like. It's not comfort, it's construction. Every setback, a brick. Every betrayal, a lesson. Every moment you thought you wouldn't make it, a reminder that you're still here. Now we become to that decision point. At some point, everyone faces the same question. Am I going to quit? Or am I going to become who I'm meant to be? Because quitting is always available. It's easy. It's tempting. It whispers to you when you're tired. Just stop. You've done enough. But the chosen don't listen to that voice. They answer back. Not yet, not today, not ever. Pain is the path, you guys. You want to know the truth? Pain is part of the assignment. The sleepless nights, the doubts, the losses, the silence when no one understands you. That's not punishment. That's preparation. Because you can't carry greatness with a weak foundation. You can't lead if you crumble under pressure. So life builds you, layer by layer. You know the hardest part about being chosen? It often means standing alone. People won't always see your vision. They won't always support your growth. Some will leave when you level up. But let them, because not everyone is meant to walk the path you're on. And that's okay. You weren't built to follow the crowd. You were built to lead through it. Man, but you got a fire within you, chosen one. There's something inside of you. You felt it before. That fire, that voice that says, keep going, get up again. You're not finished. That's what makes you different. That's what separates you. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's relentlessness. Man, but when everything falls apart, there will be moments when everything feels like it's collapsing. Plans fail. People leave. Doors close. And in those moments, you'll be tempted to give up. But that's the moment that defines you. Because when everything falls apart, the chosen build anyway. They rebuild from nothing. They rise from ashes. They create stronger something than before. Why? Because we have a no quit mentality. Say it with me. We don't quit, not when it hurts, not when it's slow, not when it feels impossible. Because quitting isn't just stopping. It's surrendering your future. And that's something the chosen refuse to do. But listen, this is why we're chosen. We never back down. We won't back down. Not from challenges, not from fear, not from pressure. Fear will show up. Doubt will speak, but we don't retreat. We step forward anyway. Because courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of it. And motivation comes and goes, you guys. We have to find that reason to keep going. But discipline, that's what carries you. The days you don't feel like it, you show up. The days you're exhausted, you show up. The days everything feels pointless, you show up anyway. Because consistency builds power, and power builds results. So if you're chosen, you better be in it for the long haul. Because being chosen isn't about quick wins. It's about longevity. It's about staying in the fight longer than anyone else. Because most people don't fail from lack of ability. They fail because they stop. And we don't stop. You got to have this mindset. Stop asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what is this building in me? Because everything you go through is shaping who you're becoming. And who you're becoming is unstoppable. And then comes the breakthrough. There's a moment when everything clicks, when all the struggle makes sense, when all the pain turns into power, and you realize you didn't go through it for nothing. You went through it to become this: stronger, sharper, unbreakable. You have to remember, this isn't just about you. It's about what you represent, the example you set, the people you inspire, the legacy you leave behind. Because when you refuse to quit, you show others what's possible. Say it again. We don't quit. We don't back down. We rise. We fight. We endure. No matter the storm, no matter the setback, no matter the odds, we stand. Because we are not ordinary. We are chosen.